Hello guys, welcome in another video on my channel. Today we're gonna play KeeperRL, but today's material is somehow exclusive because I was able actually to contact the designer of the game, Michal, a former Google employee, and he agreed to answer some of my questions. So first I'll make very short gameplay, show you absolutely basics of a game, and then I'll keep playing and I'll tell you what he said about himself and about the game. So if you're interested, if he's happy with the game and with other things, just watch my video. So KeeperRL. This is somehow this is a mixture of Dungeon Keeper and roguelike games, and we are taking a role of Keeper because we want to build our own dungeon. This is a strategic map, and we need to place in here a starting position for our dungeon. So you've got some villains, and you also got allies like those dark elves. And if I click in here, I've got highlighted 3 enemies and 1 ally. I tried to make something more efficient. That's not very more efficient. So that's ally, and that's ally. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Just trying to pick a good starting position. Maybe we should try in here main villain. Here, Hydra. No, that doesn't help. Or maybe elves, main, lesser. Well, that should be a good starting position. We've got ally, we've got 2 smaller villains and 1 main one, and we're surrounded by mountains. We don't have much access to the woods. Okay, let's try this one. So I just click confirm. Yeah, just continue. Right, so this game is made in ASCII graphic mode, which is something you see in a moment. Everything is built up by special signs, by letters, numbers. That's all the graphic. And of course, this version is a freeware and don't have any graphic, as I said, only ASCII graphic, and it have no sound. But you can actually go and pay for it, and then you can have sound and nice pixelized tile set. So right, this is a game. So those are grass, as you can see in here. It's a grass. That's the water. Those are trees, and this is a mountain. And this is something we dig into the mountain and start building a dungeon. And I spent with this game a few hours already, and I need to say I really enjoyed it because I enjoy the Dungeon Keeper and I really like the concept. So we are going to make 2 rooms at the beginning. One room will be storage for materials like wood, and another smaller storage will be a storage for equipment. So making this like that, and we start to put a wooden floor. I can do that. Why I can put the floor? Oh well, whatever. You'll forget about floor for now. We just highlight those trees to our imps, those small letter I. We'll start chopping them down and bringing resources to resources storage, which we're going to highlight in here. And that's it. They start putting our wood in a storage. Now I've got some inside mountain river in here, so my dungeon is exposed So later on, I need to reinforce those walls in here, reinforce wall or refill the tunnel, whatever. But to do that, we first need to go to have an library. Let's try to dig in here to make a nice library, because library is a place where you research. You research by paying mana. And speaking about mana, we can actually go to our spellbook and summon more imps to make, just better workflow. Every other imp, I've got 7 imps already. Every next one cost me more mana. You see, the cost rised. Like in original Dungeon Keeper. And another exposed room. Not very good start, but we will be alright. Right, so dismiss this section. You've got controls in here. So yeah, you can control actually your minions, because now the game goes in turns. You see here, and this is how many turns for the ending of a day left. So we've got die and day cycle, which I don't know what it does to the game, to the gameplay, but it definitely affects it somehow. And then we've got turns, and the game flows with real time when you're in a building mode, but where enemies who shown up, or you attacking enemies, or they attacking your dungeon, everything stops, and we became the turn-based tactical roguelike mode starts, which gives you much better control on combat field. So we're gonna to make this bigger, and we'll chop down those trees because we want to make a library. And I unpause the game. Can make another corridor in here. Meanwhile, we can give some torches to light our dungeon. Can light up in here and in there and there. We'll dig up that small block in here. Now we're gonna start to building library, which will cost us a lot of wood. So we need to try to make square rooms or square blocks of rooms, because this is something that gives you more efficiency. I actually got 100% efficiency on library. It's highlighted, it shows in here when I go onto there. And we've got 109 mana. Now, what it gives to us, if we go to this section and we click on library, I've got 109 mana, and I can discover new things like geology, mana, or crafting. So yeah, let's go for crafting, and let's go for geology. And now we can see there is a iron ore in here, and we need to get that iron ore, start making better equipment. Now another room we need, and I think I just make this corridor bigger, will be workshop and training room. So we make a workshop something like this. There's a lot of rivers in here. So yeah. And now the second part of our video, which is Q&A from Michal, a game developer that made Keeper roguelike. So the first question was, please introduce yourself, who you are, what is your philosophy? And he said, My name is Michal and I'm an indie game developer. I love my job, but when I need a break, I also love to do sports or spending time in the nature. I also play the guitar a little bit. I guess my philosophy is to do stuff that I like doing and along the way try not to hurt anybody and have a good impact on the world around me. Live and let it die. Now, the second question was, besides Dungeon Keeper, what were your inspiration for Keeper Roguelike? And he said, the main reason why I started writing KeeperRL were the countless hours of fun playing Nethead and Adam, one of the most well-known roguelikes. Along the way I discovered Dwarf Fortress and added some flavor from Dungeon Keeper to make what sounded like a good idea for a game. Well, I think that's pretty much accurate. The third question was, do you have a clear vision of final version? And he said, I have some expectations from the final version, like having good replayability, lots of surprises, solid UI, and a fair amount of complexity that's not too obscure. But the features that will get the game to that point are not set in stone. I usually plan specific things a couple months in advance. To answer your question, I don't have a clear vision of the final version, and I don't know when it will be out. I don't want to hurry. Well, as a fan of Keeper RL, I'll ask you, Michal, not to hurry. Don't spoil it. It's a great product. Right. So another question was, you have a lot of iterations. What is the reason? The reason is mostly the above. Since I don't have everything planned in advance, I try to release things quickly to get feedback on them. It's also mentally easier to handle such a long-term project when you have intermediate goals and continuous feedback. Once I have more experience in developing games, I might keep the development more closed. Another question was, is there any KeeperRL feature you are extremely proud of? And he said, in general, I'm proud that I managed to produce a decent base building game, especially together with some of the detailed roguelike mechanics. In terms of single feature, I think the retried dungeon exchange is quite remarkable and unique. I feel that more needs to be squeezed out of it terms of gameplay though. I'm also quite proud of some of the internal stuff that allows efficient pathfinding, AI, etc. As a player, you usually don't pay attention to these things unless they're broken. Well, yeah. And another question was, are you happy with financial aspect of your project? Is it hard to be indie game dev today? And he said, yes, I'm very happy because I'm able to make a good living out of it. I think the key is to start off with decent savings that can last for a couple of years, have low expenses, move to a cheap area, etc. I think that everyone's story is different. Some people really struggle with becoming indie, others seems to do it almost effortlessly. Pure luck might be a big part of it. I think it's really worth trying through. At the minimum, it's still a great adventure. So, if you are indie developer, Michal is actually encouraging you to make your dreams come true. I think this is quite interesting answer for that question. And then I ask Michal for future plans. Do you have any more ideas for new games? I have a lots of ideas, but none of them are really solid yet. For now, I get much more value from continuing work on Keeper RL than I would get from starting a new project, so I take a safe road. That's fair enough. And the last question was, are there any Easter eggs in Keeper RL? There are a couple based on Tolkien's books, and one reference to a song that I like, but I might remove it because people search for it and get creeped out by the lyrics. Wow, I wonder what kind of song is that? You know, that's very interesting. You might actually find something on his website or on the forums. If you find a song, you can actually give me a clue in the comments. So that was Q&A section for today's video. And if you like this video, of course, you can give a thumbs up. If you are indie developer who wish to have me to create some content for YouTube about your game, about you, just send me a message or leave a comment under this video or any other video. And I would love to do that for you because I do believe in the industry, and I found indie games much more true games making by gamers for gamers than AAA productions. So that's all for this video. I hope you like it, and see you in another one. Thanks, bye.